people were giving me shout outs in my program and your name was attached to mine.
Right.
Yo, man, this program is dope, man. I bought this house because Korie got me the money. You helped me get. And that's the point. I'm like, yo, you know, this is not his program.
Right,
like,
right.
What's one or two credit hacks that, or credit plays, or just credit repair things, or credit boosting things that you're doing right now that you might not have been doing 8 months ago or 12 months ago?
This a hack for anybody dealing with evictions right now. Like any of y'all dealing with evictions, and it's not on your credit profile, it's like on the secondary bureau. All you got to do, because it's probably sitting inside of Experian, Rent Reporters, or LexisNexis, all you have to do is just remove the address connected to the eviction.
What a lot of people do, they like me, you didn't pay off your student loans because it's good for the age and for the history.
Yeah.
But when that forbearance, you know, all that
Situation.
stuff happened, everybody stopped paying them.
Mm-hmm.
But now it turned back on. So now you can have a 90-day late payment for your student loans. It happened to me. I was able to get it off. You know, he gave me some sauce and able to get it off. So
the Exclusions Law. All right, you can look that up. Exclusions Law. And basically why this law is so powerful, because it says your credit report is not supposed to show any type of transactions, any experiences based on transactions. So your transactions are your payment history. So if your credit report not supposed to show those things, right, that's how we using that law to get the student loan removed.
Don't get $300,000 in fund and don't know what to do with it. But what's some of the new things that you've been doing, or new banks or new sauce you want to drop on people?
But right now, it's time to go.
I want you to light them up, bro.
Yeah.
Light them up.
Yeah. I got a mentee that got $75,000 from M&T Bank in probably like 48 hours.
Word?
Yeah, I got a rep inside M&T Bank. So they gave him a $20,000 personal loan. Then they turned around and gave him another $20,000 business credit card. And then they turned around and gave him a $35,000 line of credit. And gave him $1 million. I don't know if I can say this, but like the IUL going crazy. Gave him the IUL and everything. Wildin'.
From the bank?
From the bank, bro. From M&T. I'm looking to go ahead and get access on Equifax. My credit score is at an 800 right now with only 2 inquiries. I need to get access to banks who are willing to give me at least $25,000 per business credit card.
You lying.
That's what we do.
And it responds?
And now it go ahead and tell you off the list what banks is going to pull from Equifax, what banks is allowing you to get business credit cards, and now we go ahead and pull.
You go to AI,
Yes.
ChatGPT,
Yes.
and literally ask them, tell them your personal situation, your profile, and ask them who can pretty much fund me.
Yeah, because you got to be.
And it's responding back.
Yeah, you got to be specific. In order to be prolific, y'all, you got to be specific with this stuff, man. You got to treat chat like it's your best friend.
You helping people get their credit situated, right? And you helping people get funded. You already dropped the game. You already dropped the sauce. If y'all not a believer, I don't know what to tell you. This man just gave y'all plays to get your credit higher and gave you some banks to get funded and how to go ahead and have AI to go and help you, which is amazing in itself. But what people have to understand is this credit is a tool. Funding is a tool. You use the tool, leverage the tool to get into investments, businesses. And one of the investments in businesses you do is real estate. And how are you utilizing the funding to get access into, your real estate deals?
I'm no better than y'all. I just learned the game a little bit quicker than y'all. That's it, right?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Funded and Closed podcast. This is a podcast I put together specifically to help individuals like you learn more, grow more, make more money, get started, or just scale on what they're doing already. I love this podcast and I love doing the podcast because it was watching podcasts like this that helped me learn more and get started. Because to be honest with you guys, a lot of us don't have multimillionaires already in our Rolodex, already in our phone. But now on this podcast, you're going to be able to meet them and hear from them and be able to get contact information from them so you can learn even more. So my whole goal is to put you all my contacts and make them your contacts. So now you can be able to connect and build and grow more. So today, I'm always excited about my guests because all my guests are people that I actually built with, grow with. I know outside of this space. We made money together. We traveled together. We've done all different types of things. But I'm even more excited about this guest because this is actually an encore. The first time they came on a podcast, right, they flamed it. And we got people that said he needs to come back. He said he got a bunch of DMs. I think you told me that you was like in Paris or somebody stopped you and said they seen you on a podcast. Like I'm talking about internationally, people were like, yo, that podcast was lit. That episode you did was lit. So I said, you know what? You got to come back. One time for the coach. You got to come and drop some new game. Because I already know personally he got a bunch of new sauce because me and him do business outside of here. When it comes to credit repair, when it comes to funding, when it comes to funding companies, when it comes to all that stuff in space, he's the person I refer people to. And people always call me back with, I got 50,000 in funding. I got 100,000 in funding. I got $70,000 in funding. Like, I can honestly say, I know it's over 500 grand. I don't know how close to $1 million.
Yeah.
But I personally seen you fund $500,000, do $500,000 in funding for people I referred to.
For sure.
I got receipts behind this. I don't know how close you are on the $1 million mark. I know it's over 5, but somewhere in that range. Matter of fact, we're going to add it up and we're going to see what's going on. But
sure.
Without further ado, I want to reintroduce for the second time my guy, Korie Haggie. What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
So nice. We had to do it twice for sure.
Yeah, for sure. They say, what's the thing they say? If you first time they call it a luck, second time, however they say it. So, but bro, how you been, man?
I'm good. Just leveling up, man. Just taking my time with it and enjoying the process along.
I love it. So, I know since you came on here last year, or like 8 months ago or something like that, you have bought new properties, you have closed new deals, you have done some amazing stuff. I'll let you share it. Some real man stuff that I love. And you funded a whole bunch of more people, and you just been doing. So one thing I want to give you your flowers, right? I want to give you your flowers. There's some people that you know that you see, and you know, 6 months later, a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, they still in the same space. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you cool with being in the same space, that's, you know, what works best for you. But then there's some people that, you know, and I don't even want to say it like I gave you everything. Like I gave you like a little piece. You took that, ran with it, and then you took some other piece and ran with it. Yeah. The one thing I realized, you taking pieces from all different places and you putting it together and you exploded. Like when I met you, right? I met this guy at the car wash. He already had followed me, and I think you was on like a call I did or something like that. I knew of him, but I seen people repost him, but I didn't really know him. And he met me at the car wash, and we both getting our car wash detailed. And he was like, yo, you know, I'm such and such. I follow you, X, Y, and Z. And I was dope. We exchanged information. Yep. And I think I might have told you 1 or 2 things there. And then like a week later, 2 weeks later, like you ran a play or did something. And then it just kept growing. And as I'm watching you, I'm literally seeing, and the thing people get confused, people get like, yo, you see following going up. So they look at that as success. Now I seen your followers go up, but I seen actual success assets go up. I'm like, yo, this dude knocking these houses out. Yeah. He closing these properties. You know, I said, you know, can you come speak to my group and help them get funded? They called me back. Yo, I got 50,000. I'm talking about, it got to the point where people were giving me shout outs in my program and your name was attached to mine. Facts. Yo, man, this program is dope, man. I bought this house because Korie got me the money. You helped me get. And that's to the point I'm like, yo, you know, this is not his program. Right. They like, yo, like, no, you connected me with Korie. He got me the 50,000 and I went through you and got a house. Like, it was just going so crazy. And then I was like, yo, I got it. Like, so now I wanted to, when you available, of course, like, yo, listen, can you come? Because I don't really want to have nobody else come and speak to them because it works. Like, you know, what you doing. So I want you to share what's some of the things that you've been able to accomplish in the last, 8 months since the last time you've been on.
I mean, it's been a lot of success from last time we came here. Of course, I was able to go out and buy a lot more properties. Got a lot more real life results with people I've been able to help as well. Students, college friends, previous business owners in my multi-level marketing company. Like people really starting to now just believe now. I think they had to see it a little bit more and make sure that it wasn't just some fluff, but they believe in, they see it, and now they actually getting the same results. And I'm just focusing on making this process as duplicatable as possible because if I could do it, then they can do it. But my biggest one was just in June, I was able to go to purchase my mom a crib. And I had moved my family from out of Patterson. I got them down in the suburbs right now. And there's a crazy story behind all of that. It was almost like my hand was forced to do it, but I tell people all the time, like, I'm so happy that I invested into myself and got resources so I can be resourceful for my family. But it was a whole situation where the landlord that my mom was living in on the second floor, her kid back in DR, they had a baby, so they needed my mom's spot. So it was on some like, all right, you gotta go.
Like, we don't want to do this to you, but it's either us or you. Like.
Exactly. And it's we lived in that apartment from growing up. I was damn near.
Shoot.
Yeah, I was in like maybe kindergarten when we moved in there.
Oh, so she been in there 20, 30 years, like
Yeah,
whatever.
don't even got a lease. Like her rent was like $1,300. It was like that. Oh, she was grandmothered in there. But that taught me along the way that we need more ownership. And since we ain't own nothing, then we in no situation. So what the real thing was, I was coming across a situation where, all right, cool. I was looking for places for them to rent. I was gonna rent out some spots for them. The rent was coming to like $25 for 4 bedrooms because it's her, my nieces, nephews, sisters. But then I started realizing, I'm like, if we get into that position again, we're gonna go ahead and dish out maybe 25,000. We might as well go ahead and get some ownership. And it's crazy how things go in the line. I was able to go ahead and find a crib for her. Had the lender already ready, paid the price for it, rehab that thing up, and
got a pool and everything.
Yeah, pool, everything. Now nephews and nieces, they start in schools. They don't gotta worry about running over nobody's head. They got basketball courts, bikes, backyard pool. Yeah, it's lit right now. It's lit.
I heard Meek say they said you spend $100 on a chain and you buy your mama a house. Like
facts.
And one thing I want to make clear for people, like everybody in here, you don't have to go ahead and buy your house. That's not going to make you a man. But on the same token, as a man, you want to have yourself in a position if something happens. And I'm not even talking about like buying your mom or your parents a house. I'm talking about being in a position if anything happens, like, hey, look, listen, I gotta cover a rent payment, or I gotta cover a mortgage payment, or I gotta help out with things like that. One of the problems that we have now, I don't even say we have a problem now. I know, because I want to talk in the general sense. I know a few men personally that's just like living life like everybody's gonna be fine, or they living life like selfishly. And what I mean by selfish, like, hey, I'm making 20,000, or I'm making 50,000, I'm making 100,000, whatever amount of money they making, like, is enough for me. Yeah, you want to make sure yourself is in a position where now other people can go and eat, even if it's not today, later down the road. So, hey, I'm gonna start investing in some stock, or I'm gonna put together a life insurance policy, or I'm gonna go ahead and invest in this property. That way, maybe I may not be in a position to, buy my house now or do whatever for my kids right now, but I'm gonna leave them with something. That's not being selfish, because of course, you make $100,000 a year, you make $80,000. You can do a lot for yourself, but how many people outside of you? And that's what really, really matters the most. So I think that's dope. I respect that 100%. And now, at this point, anything, well, my opinion don't matter anymore. It matters at all. But if you went ahead and wanted to go to the strip club and spend $100,000 in the strip club, I'm gonna be like, let that man do what he do. Right. He got his house and his mom got a house. If that man want to go ahead and throw money in the swimming pool and light the, I don't know, whatever you want to do, I'm cool with that, because you handled your business first. And the problem is, a lot of people, they want to go ahead and do the things backwards. Let me go ahead and ball out. Let me get this out of my system, and then whatever the change I got, let me see what change I can make. No, make the change first and then go ahead and do this. That's just how I operate. Other people may think different, but that's just how I operate.
Yeah, I couldn't even, at some point in time, it's like having survivor's remorse a little bit. Like, I couldn't stomach the fact that, I'm leveling up in my life, and, just the thought of just leaving them behind and still struggling. I said, nah, like, before I go buy another chain, before I think about buying another watch or whatever case I need to do, I need to go to make sure I take care of home first, and then the blessings will be able to come forth.
For sure. So, congratulations on that again. But I want to get into the funding stuff. I want to get into the credit repair stuff. I want to get into some stuff. So, two things I want to split this in half. That's cool. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. I'm gonna put you on the hot seat
for sure.
So when it comes, let's start with the credit, right? When it comes to the credit and credit repair, I know there's been a lot of things happening, like even with student loans, Biden stuff. Yo, I know you're enjoying this episode. I know you're getting a lot of game and a lot of value, a lot of information. But is it okay for me to give you even more value? Is it okay for me to give you more information? So if you just said yes, what I want to do is I want to give you access to a free training that I'm having, 100% free. You can log in. If you don't like, you can log off. It's 100% free. In this training, I'm going to show you guys the 4 steps that I utilize to be able to buy properties, rent properties, make money on property. Like this building we're in right now is 100% mine. And we do that. And I have done that doing those 4 simple steps. So what I want you guys to do is go to fundedandclosed.com, just like the podcast, but fundedandclosed.com. You're going to be able to register for the free training. Like I said, 100% free. And it's going to give you those 4 steps that I utilize to build my real estate empire. And you can do this exactly where you at right now. So look, we're going to get back to the episode. But before we go ahead and finish, press pause, go to that website, go ahead and RSVP for the training. And I'm going to see you soon. Let's get to it. Just from things that happen every day, what's 1 or 2 credit hacks that, or credit plays, or just credit repair things, or credit boosting things that you're doing right now that you might not have been doing 8 months ago or 12 months ago that, you know, people could tap into?
For sure. So one of the brand new ways that we helping people clean their credit up fast, it might sound cliche, but removing those old attached addresses that's connected to the accounts been working. And the reason why I've been working, because when you go to dispute, they're not really looking at what's going on. They really just looking at what account is connected to this address. So I've been having my people basically, you know, sending stuff to go ahead and remove these addresses off. And that stuff been falling off like hotcakes. Like, for example, like this a hack for anybody dealing with evictions right now. Like any of y'all dealing with evictions, whether, and it's not on your credit profile, is like on the secondary bureau. All you got to do, because it's probably sitting inside of Experian Rent Reporters or LexisNexis, all you have to do is just remove the address connected to the eviction. And once that come off your report, off your CIC report, they probably going to go through that because they got an eviction. Once that address off, even if it's a judgment and you in the courts, the address off, the eviction fall off, and they're going to be able to move. So I literally like got probably like 10 to 12 people, like they knew apartments back in like July just off running that same thing because I had to run it for a family member. Yeah, it was crazy. It's that easy to get evictions off your report, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not to say don't pay your landlord, because I'm a landlord.
Facts. I know.
But
it's contradicting.
Damn. So, another thing that talking about rent, you had put me on something. They gave me like, when your score is up at a certain point, I can't jump up 100 points off one move. But you had gave me a play, and I think it bumped me up like 5 points or 8 points or something like that. But then for some people, it jumped them up 100. Yeah. The rent reporter thing.
Yeah, the rent reporter. So like that's the real hack too, because most people not getting funding, not because they don't got like negative accounts, but a lot of them don't got the age. So some of the new stuff I'm coming across, I got some connections like U.S. Bank, for example. They letting me know like, hey, look, we need the profile age to be around like 3 to 5 years. Like, so it's not about if your business is brand new or age, it's about what's going on with that personal file. So I immediately just started to say, all right, everybody need to go to rent reporters. And then one of the hacks y'all can go ahead and do is that you guys can go ahead and backdate your rent so that you could get the age, right? So it's 2025. You've been, if you of age and it makes sense, you could go ahead and backdate that thing 5 to 10 years, and now you're getting that 5 to 10 years on your credit profile. Now that thing gonna bring your score up for sure.
Yeah, I literally, for y'all, he told me to do this and it worked. I backdated my rent to, I basically backdated my rent from my family's crib. And then, the funny thing is, right, you know how we still keep mail going back to, to your mom crib or your pop crib, whatever. So I just and I still had the mail, I still had all that stuff there. So I just backdated it 18 years ago, however many years ago. Basically, I've been living on my own for 18 years now, or since I was 18. I'm sorry. And I had mail and stuff like that. So it went through, and it was like a no lie 10-minute process.
That stuff go crazy.
My score went up like it was less than 10 points, like 5+ points, but I was already at 700, so it's not gonna go up, but so much, but. I've seen this thing work for people that have 500 and they go up to 600. Yeah,
because right now, those primary accounts is the new wave, because just having their trade lines on ain't doing it no more 2025. Y'all got to have something that's in your social. So Rent Reporters, Rental Karma, or Boom Pay, BOOMPAY. Those are 3 different things that can go ahead and give y'all that age that y'all looking for and definitely boost up your credit profile.
That's dope. So another thing, I'm put you on the hot seat again. I know that a lot of people dealt with Biden maneuvering, that the student loan thing got a little real. Yeah. And a lot of people wake up, and then some of y'all probably didn't realize, check your account right now, that you might got a 90-day late for your student loans because that whole forgiveness thing was gone. Yeah. So check your report, check your credit report, because it might have happened. It happened to me for some old student loans I had. because a lot of people do, they like me, you didn't pay off your student loans because it's good for the age or for the history.
Yeah.
But when that forbearance, all that stuff happened, everybody stopped paying them.
Mm-hmm.
But now it turned back on. So now you can have a 90-day late payment for your student loans. It happened to me. I was able to get it off. He gave me some sauce and able to get it off. So I want you to share with some of the things that can help them, get their student loan late payments off.
For sure. So we got two different options, y'all. The first way that, me and Boone had talked about was just giving them a phone call and helping them understand that, look, this stuff was in forbearance and that they didn't give y'all no phone call or give y'all no acknowledgement and let y'all know that this stuff was about to come out of forbearance. So that definitely can help a lot of y'all out. But if they give y'all some pushback, then we going to have to start disputing. So I like to go ahead and use a couple different ways on disputing. Y'all can use Metro too if y'all want to. I'm more so leaning to the consumer laws type of style. So I'm going to give y'all this law. It's the Exclusions Law. All right. You can look that up. Exclusions Law. And basically why this law is so powerful, because it says your credit report is not supposed to show any type of transactions, any experiences based on transactions. So your transactions are your payment history. So if your credit report not supposed to show those things, right, that's how we using that law to get the student loan removed. Now, I always get this question like, all right, bro, I got the student loan removed. Do I stop paying it? No, right? You need to continuously, this your debt, is yours, right? But it's just not going to be on your credit profile. And if you already got hit with the 90 or the 120, you need to get that removed. Like one of my tactics that I tell my students, like, if you got 2 more late payments, just get rid of it. Because you holding your score down just because you want to go to keep finding late payments. It might take you longer to fight the late payments than you just sending a letter to remove the whole account for right now. So that's what we're doing with those student loans right now.
That's smart. That's smart. Because even if they only, let's say you got 3 late payments, you dispute, you might remove one. Then you got to try disputing with the next one. But by the time you just wipe the whole late payment, the whole profile off, that makes more sense. So now I want to get into, that's some game. Yeah. That's definitely some game. And I know both the things he talked about, I use it in work. So I'm a living testimony. So, but also in that same light, once you guys understand that life happens, I don't care how rich or how many assets you got to people that don't have any money. Things can happen to all of us. We all liable to get a credit ding. We all liable to, things can happen. So understand what position you in right now is not the end of the world, and you're not the only person dealing with it. Trust me. Right. Some of your favorite, I'm talking about your favorite celebrities have a 500 credit score. I'm talking about your favorite celebrities have a 500 credit score. So just you got a 600, you got a 650 thing. I'm telling you, it's more people than you realize that don't have 800, 750 credit scores. Trust me. But what I want to get into now is like, I want to talk about the funding stuff. I know you got some new reps, new banks, new sauce, new hacks. And that's the one thing that a lot of people need in order to start or scale, their business. But also too, make sure you fund yourself responsibly. Don't get 300,000 in funding, don't know what to do with it. But what's some of the new things that you've been doing, or new banks or new sauce you want to drop on people?
Yeah. So on my way here, some of my students and some of my inner circles, they was just letting me know, Bank of America, if y'all didn't know, Bank of America and Citibank. We're gonna talk about other funding stuff, but this just fresh off the press. So this some game. So did y'all know that you could turn your credit card, I'm talking about your actual credit card, into a line of credit where it's liquid? So you know how y'all want to invest into stuff. Y'all listening to this podcast, a lot of plays happen and y'all want to get things, but you don't have the cash, so you got to do the liquidation acts. We don't got to do that. So Citibank, bro, is allowing you to turn either a personal or business credit card into either a personal or business line of credit, which is dope. So now you don't got to worry about liquidating. You just pulling the draws to pay your contractor and invest into yourself. And Bank of America doing the same thing, y'all. Bank of America got this hack where y'all can go to turn your business credit card into a line of credit. You can literally put it into your checkers account and draw from it and pay it back over and over again. So that's some sauce. So anybody got Citibank, right, or Bank of America, y'all definitely want to go to hit them up about that, and they'll go to switch those things over.
So if I got a $20,000 Bank of America credit card, and I can just say like, yo, whatever the process is turned into a line of credit, they can switch over.
Yep, they're going to go there and put it right into your checkings account, bro.
But people that don't know the difference between, which you probably should, but let's just say, make it as for a 5th grader. What's the difference between line of credit and a credit card?
For sure. So a line of credit, y'all, that's basically like a hybrid of a loan and a credit card all in the same thing, right? And lines of credit, those are my favorite products because you're able to go and use those things over and over, right? They may not have a maturity rate. So give you guys an example. I like to compare the loans and the lines of credit together, right? So we're going to take a loan, right? You get a loan for $20,000. They issue it into your checkers account. They give you your monthly pay rate on it with the percentage that you got. You got, 36 months, 40 months, whatever, to go ahead and pay this installment type of loan off. But when you're using this loan, right, when you pay it off, you don't get access to that money no more. Mm-hmm. When you get a line of credit though, versus a line of credit, if I get $20,000 and I draw 10 to go ahead and purchase a property, and I go ahead and pull a draw and pay back my $10,000, now I have access to that $20,000 over again. And the best thing about it is it's only going to be interest on what I used instead of the whole entire loan. So I tell investors all the time, I'd rather go for the line of credit because it's more flexible and you get to go ahead and use it over and over many different times versus you just getting one loan. And then we got our credit cards that, they good because they got that 0%. We can't beat the 0%. Mm-hmm. So we got the credit cards and you can use it how you want to, but if you need to get the liquid cash, you need to liquidate. But the line of credit is already cash in your bank account.
Makes sense. That's some sauce. Mm-hmm. So that's the Bank of America. That's the Citibank. What's some new stuff?
So right now it's time to go.
I want you to light them up, bro. Yeah. Light them up. Yeah. They don't give a we don't what they say? We don't count yesterday's buckets.
Yeah, we ain't count.
I don't care about none of that stuff you did 8 months ago. This is a whole new day. We need all new stuff. Flame them like they don't know who you are.
For sure. So what we want to do right now, the biggest way we get into that bag right now is we utilizing ChatGPT and we utilizing a site called ibanknet.com. So if y'all don't know, ibanknet.com houses the top 100 credit unions, the top 100 regular banks. So people always ask, Korie, I don't know what bank or what bank to go to. I'll be like, tell them, go to this website, ibanknet.com, right? And then what's going to happen is you could go look at the top 100 credit unions. Now, we all over the place. So we on that list, we in Philly, but on that list, you got banks all over the country. So doing is using ChatGPT. We literally copy and pasting those banks, throw them in ChatGPT. ChatGPT tell us what areas, what cities that they in. Now we able to go ahead and say, all right, cool, I got these banks in my region. If I want to go to make a foreign entity in this city, right now I could go and make a foreign entity, hit all these banks, hit the next state, and that's how we go ahead and running up this bag. So some brand new banks that we figured out that's giving out that money right now. We got Oceans First. Univest Bank is giving out the money. American Heritage is giving out the money. First Horizons is giving out the money. Citadel Bank. Oh, check this out. Citadel Bank. Yo, I used ChatGPT for these 3 banks last, right? So Citadel Bank allow you to go ahead and get business credit cards and lines of credit, and they FaceTime you, bro. Like you click on it, you like on a Zoom. Yeah, you like on a Zoom. And you applying for that joint, you ain't got to go in the branch. They set up everything, DocuSign right then and there. You do it right then and there, bro. They giving out the bag, bro. They literally gave me a $25,000 business credit card on the FaceTime. And then now I got my tax returns. I can go ahead and start
funded off the FaceTime.
It's crazy. And then I'm also rocking with Andrews Federal Credit Union.
I never even heard of that one.
Hey, y'all, Andrews. Crazy.
No, I never heard of Andrews.
Yeah, Andrews giving out that bag. I got a nice rep inside of there from just going and having conversation with him. His son play at Rutgers or whatnot, but he gave me that bag on the personal and the business side. And then, believe it or not, M&T Bank coming strong. Like, I got a mentee. I got a mentee that got $75,000 from M&T Bank in probably like 48 hours.
Word?
Yeah, I got a rep inside M&T Bank. So they gave him a $20,000 personal loan. Then they turned around and gave him another $20,000 business credit card. And then they turned around and gave him a $35,000 line of credit. And gave him $1 million. I don't know if I can say this, but like the IUL going crazy. Gave him the IUL and everything. Wilding.
From the bank?
From the bank, bro. From M&T.
That's crazy.
And all we did was we used ChatGPT and then we used ibanknet.com. We figured out what cities and stuff they was in. We created some foreign entities and now we able to go to hit those banks. Because it is a plethora of banks. Like nobody who watching this shit ever have any type of shortage or feel like you hit all the banks. I don't care what guru tell you to hit all the banks. They didn't hit all the banks. Y'all know banks that I never heard about, and I know banks y'all never heard about. So now all we got to do is just write down them data points and start to go ahead and run those plays right there.
So you're using ChatGPT as your assistant to pretty much do all the hard work and figuring out where they pull from, what's going on. So all you got to do is just apply.
Yeah, because what I used to do in the beginning was I would find sites like that who had the banks, or when I'm driving around Philly, like I'll see different banks. Then I got to go and write them down, go home, call them, ask them what credit bureau they pull from, ask them, do I need tax return? Do I need an account? ChatGPT figuring that all out for me.
That's crazy. Blending the AI with the
funding. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what we got going on right now. My prompt is literally this. Hey.
Oh, wait. So no, go ahead.
My prompt is literally this. Hey, I named my chat GPT song. Hey, Kurt.
Freak boy.
Yeah. What's up, Kurt? I'm looking to go ahead and get access on Equifax. My credit score is at an 800 right now with only 2 inquiries. I need to get access to banks who are willing to give me at least $25,000 per business credit card.
You lying.
That's what we do.
And it responds?
And now it go ahead and tell you off the list what banks is going to pull from Equifax, what banks is allowing you to get business credit cards, and now we go ahead and pull.
Wait a minute. So you go to AI,
yes.
ChatGPT,
yes,
and literally ask them, tell them your personal situation, your profile, and ask them who can pretty much fund me.
Yeah, because you got to be.
And it's responding back.
Yeah, you got to be specific. In order to be prolific, y'all, you got to be specific with this stuff, man. You got to treat chat like it's your best friend.
I need to get with chat more. Like I had a couple conversations with my chat GPT is called Chat GPT.
You got to name it. You got to get a little personal with it.
I know. That's like Ready Player One. I ain't getting that deep. But I'm not gonna lie, I had a conversation with ChatGPT. That sounds crazy to say, but I had a conversation with ChatGPT one night. My man, he was using ChatGPT for some stuff, and he just was sharing to me like the results. I'm like, dang. He said it literally helped build a business plan for him.
Yeah.
So I went to ChatGPT and I had a conversation. I said, look, this is what I do. This is how I do it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm looking to scale. You know, it started doing a dot and it rolled out this whole plan of scale, and they said you should try this trade. And I was like, okay. So I signed up for the paid version.
Yeah.
I still don't use it as much as I probably should, but them couple things, ChatGPT actually created a contract for me. For my one of my private money lenders. So I bought a house and I use private money. And then they typed out I said, let me give it a shot because I already have a contract. Right. I said I wanted to see what they make. They created a whole contract for me that I actually use.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, they created a whole proposal for me.
Yeah.
Like, so I need to use it a little bit more like you doing it, but that crap definitely works.
I'm using it for funding. I'm using it for leases. I'm using it to respond back to emails sometimes. I'm using it to go ahead and help plan out budget sheets, like everything, content strategies, everything.
Damn.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yo, you gotta see this interview, right? Not interview, but the guy that like created AI or helped create AI, he had won like a prize, like Nobel Peace Prize. Like it wasn't a Nobel Peace, but it was like whatever big prize that he won. And he was speaking and he was like, yo, he had a whole speech. And he was like, ChatGPT is amazing, AI is amazing, all these things are amazing, but I want you to also understand the dangers of it. And he was talking about the dangers of it. He was saying a lot, but basically, long story short, he was talking about how AI basically dumb us down.
Yeah, it do.
Like, if this gets into the wrong hands, which it probably already is, it can start causing other problems. So he was like, yo, it's great, but also be mindful that this is only going to get bigger. Yeah. And he kind of was like regretting it a little bit because he see how this is going. Yeah. And I admit that because I know some people that literally would just talk and like, I'm talking about you trying to figure out what banks to bank with. Yeah. Hey, chat, what should I eat today? Yeah. Hey, chat, my girl's mad at me. What should I go ahead and do? Hey, chat, can you read this message for me? Hey, chat, like, I'm talking about it's literally just, I know people that literally use it for anything. Hey, chat, how do I breathe? Like, so he was saying, like, be mindful of that stuff. Yeah,
I had my little brother. He had got in trouble. He was using ChatGPT to pass his test. And it's like, I was in the middle of it. I'm like, can I be mad at him? Or it's like,
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, like, they got to figure that stuff out in them school systems.
Yo, this random, it has nothing to do with funding. What you think about them having this new AirPod where it translates for you?
Like, one of my bros.
It don't make no sense for you to learn new language. Huh?
Nah, it's fine. I need that though, because I need to hear what these contractors talking about.
I still want to learn new language though.
I do, but that'll help me right now. I need to know, bro. They probably be talking mad. I need to know what they talking about. That's why I want it. I want it for when I'm in them projects.
That's crazy though. They translate the whole thing,
the whole conversation. It's like we had it on our phones anyway with the Google Translate, but now I could just pop.
I can just hear it. Bye bye.
Yeah, and it's coming in real time, real speed. I'm ready to go pick mine up ASAP.
But here's the thing. That's this generation. Imagine when the generation 2 come out next year or the year after that. Imagine how fluent that crap gonna be.
Yeah, they gonna start.
They probably had you mess with you, had you speaking and shit.
Yeah, or that joint start reading people's minds. Who knows what this joint gonna go to?
And the crazy thing is, it's only like 3 languages right now. I think it's like Spanish.
Oh, that's all they got.
I know the meta glasses, it only do 3 languages.
Oh, wow.
But I think sooner or later it'll have everything. Some freaking language from back and behind. Yeah. But so look, that's good. So I wanna transition because you helping people get their credit situated, right? And you helping people get funded. You already dropped the game, you already dropped the sauce. If y'all not a believer, I don't know what to tell you. This man just gave y'all plays to get your credit higher and gave you some banks to get funded and how to go ahead and have AI to go and help you.
Facts.
Which is amazing in itself. But what people have to understand is this credit is a tool. Funding is a tool. You use the tool, leverage the tool to get into investments, businesses. And one of the investments in businesses you do is real estate. So how can people utilize the funding and how are you utilizing the funding to get access into your real estate deals? So
honestly, y'all, the easiest way is to do some of those steps like I told you guys. Same way I did it, you guys can go ahead and do it. I'm no better than y'all. I just learned the game a little bit quicker than y'all. That's it, right? So the funding is going to allow y'all to come to the table and actually get into these deals. The cool thing about what I'm learning right now as I'm continuously getting better with this game is that I now got lenders, bro. I'm closing deals where they paying for 100% of my purchase and 100% of my rehab, and I'm just coming with the closing costs. So it used to be to the point where I'm bringing maybe like 15 and 20 to the deal. Now I'm only coming to the deals with like $5,000. Yeah. And then some of them be fronting the demo if we need them to front the demo out the draw money. So there's a lot of different ways that y'all can maneuver, but I just need y'all to have access to the capital so y'all can play. Because the reality of everything is there's a lot of opportunities I probably came across people's table and they said next time. Yeah, no opportunity wasted. Y'all getting this information now. It's time to execute. The people who win the most, y'all, is the ones who get this information and they go execute it fast, like right away. So that's how they're going to be able to win and build wealth.
And the thing that bothers me, people want to get funded, but they don't never want to do the last step of investing. Like I want y'all to think of this concept, right? You get the funding, you get $50,000 in funding, right? And you're able to buy a house, your $50,000 cover your down payment, whatever, and get the project started. So now you use the $50,000. Let's just say you use the $50,000. You buy the house, you fix it up, you flip it. You made $80,000 on the house, whatever. Let's just say you made $80,000 on the house. Now you able to put the 50 back and you just made $30,000 profit and you didn't use none of your own money, but now you can reuse the 50 again.
All over again. Yeah.
Like that's the part that people not understanding. Like if you go ahead and run off on the plug and use the 50, you can't use the 50 again. It's done. But if you take the 50 and invest it and then you make 80, 100, maybe even more money than that, you can pay back the 50 you bought and now you have this profit. But you still can, your card is paid down, you can use it again.
Yeah, y'all like that is revolving. That's why it's called revolving, y'all. Like you pay that stuff down. It's not about who get into the game first, it's about who can last the longest. So that's why you have to be disciplined and have good relationship with y'all money. You're not gonna last in this game if you don't got good relationships with money, relationships with people. That's just is what it is. So y'all have to be able to take the profits, make sure that y'all putting it back there so that y'all can keep on going. Nobody wake up one day and say, I only want to do this thing one time. Like Boone said, we ran it back twice because it's nice, right? So the first time you do it, people gonna think it's a fluke. The second time you doubling down, proving to yourself that this work and it's sustainable and I can keep on doing it. So keep on doing it for you, man. Be disciplined with this right now.
That's a fact. So I wanna I know you just mentioned like inner circle mentees and things like that. Like, do you have something for where people can tap in where they can learn how to, because you dropped a couple gems, a couple banks, a couple places, but you already said ChatGPT already gave you 100 more.
Facts. And
you got all these other credit plays. How can someone tap in with you to get access to that type of information?
So what I want y'all to know is, right, if you ready and you somebody right now who ready to go and audit your environment, you ready to learn every day so you can earn every single day, right? And you ready to go and stop pushing things off because no opportunities will be wasted past today. Then what I want to go ahead and do is give you guys an opportunity to go and work with me, live mentorship, where I'm breaking down the funding game. I'm breaking down how y'all can have a 6-figure credit repair organization. We talking nonprofits and grants. That's more ways so y'all can go and level up. We talking about real estate, Section 8, all the different places, marketing, AI, all these different things that we talked about and touched on today.
Hey, so I know you're enjoying the episode so far, and you're probably hearing some of the plays, but you might be like, my credit isn't there. I don't have the best credit. I may not be able to run some of the plays they're saying. So what I want to do is I want to give you an opportunity for free credit repair. I said it, 100% free credit repair. I'm going to drop the website below where you can go ahead and get your credit repaired for free. All you have to do is have the credit monitoring software so that way you can pull your reports and this will be fixed for free. All you have to do is go to nochargecreditrepair.com. It is 100% free. All you have to do is have the credit monitoring software so you can actually pull the report and actually see what the score is on all 3 bureaus. And then this system is going to fix your credit for free. So again, nochargecreditrepair.com, and you guys can get access to that. Look, there is no reason why you can't win. This is the link for you to get your credit repaired. You're watching a podcast episode where it's showing you how to make money, how to get funded. There's no reason why you can't win. So go ahead and click the link, pause this episode, go ahead and sign up, and then get back to the episode and keep learning, keep winning, keep growing. Let's get it.
You guys can go to find it at the approvalfactorysummit.com. Again, approvalfactorysummit.com.
I like that.
And I want y'all to go ahead and tap in for sure.
I like Approval Factory Summit. I like that. That's smooth. That's smooth.
Yes,
Yo, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't really stand by a whole lot of people, but he has personally spoke to my mentees multiple times. And I got multiple people hit me back saying I got 20 to 30 to 40 to $50,000 in funding. One of my mentees literally, like, I'm talking about you and Mount Rushmore to him.
Yeah.
He's like, he got the funding from you. I think he got 100 or 90,000 in funding from you and got into 2 properties.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
and then he's
crazy.
looking to go ahead and close on an event space.
Boy, going crazy.
Literally flip one house and rent one. He bought a house to keep long term, and then he's looking for an event space business.
Oh, yeah,
Well, he found one. I think he's about to close on it. I'm talking about from you. Like, you're on Mount Rushmore. It's like me, you, and whoever else up there. Literally, no lie, no BS. He's like, yo, I gotta, like, this dude is the GOAT.
Bro, when I first got into this stuff, I ain't think, like, I knew that I was going to be able to help people, but, you know, now looking back in hindsight, bro, we did a lot of good things, loving on these people and helping them get to that next level, man.
I got another lady that loved you. She went from a 600 to 670 some change off of whatever you told her to do, whatever. Yeah. She told me about that, but yo, it's endless testimonials that you don't even know about that people can't call me about. So that's just dope. So I say that to say for you guys that may be like, yo, I might check that out next time. Like, no, like you said, no opportunity wasted. And I 100% personally seen people go through this stuff and come out on top. So one other thing I want to ask you before we close is what's the future for you? Like, you know, I don't think I asked you that last time. I want to know now. What's your, like, what would the next 12 or 24 months look out for you? Like, what's some of the things you're trying to accomplish?
3-4 events, y'all. And honestly, I want to go ahead and help more people understand how to attract money faster. I realize that people don't have a money making problem because you probably run a business and you know how to possibly sell or pitch or get your product across or your service, or you probably working 9 to 5 jobs, so you making money. But I tell people all the time, your way of making money and my way of teaching you how to make money is going to be 2 different things, because I teach how to go to attract money through value. So what I'm going to show you guys how to do, what I want to show a lot of y'all how to do, is how to attract money faster by getting the right clients. You don't got to have low tier clients. You guys can attract the right clients that's going to pay you guys 5, 10, 15,000. Give y'all an example, right? Let's say I go ahead and help 5 people get access to U.S. Bank and help them get $20,000 a piece. That's $100,000 accumulated within maybe 2 to 4 days, because that's all it's going to take with my rent. Yo, that's $100,000 times 10% on average. That's a $10K payout, right? So that's $10,000. If I ask majority of people on a Zoom call how much money they want to make, they always tell me $10,000 a month is what my goal should be. $20,000 a month, $25,000. Well, let me go ahead and crush time. The goal is to go ahead and get to our dream lives quicker so we can go ahead and enjoy it longer. So if I show y'all how to do what you think about doing in 30 days, in 5 days, come tap in with me. I'll see you at the Approval Factory Summit.
And then Approval Factory, the summit, you want to be showing them and talk about the reps and talk about. Oh, yeah. Y'all tripping. Yeah. Y'all tripping. Yo, I heard Myron Golden say this before. He said, he said, is $1 million a lot of money? Yeah, it's a lot of money. You know, some people say, no, it's not a lot. It's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
But he said it's a lot of money if it takes you 10 years to do it. Nah. I was like, he said it's a lot of money if it takes you 1 year to do it. Yeah, if it's a lot of money if it takes you 6 months to do it. Yeah, if it's a lot of money, you take you a month to do it. And he says a lot of money if it takes you a day to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like, hell yeah. Money is only valuable based on the time attached to it.
That's tough.
So we need to figure out how to make the same money. If you're making $100,000 a year, how can I cut that time in half? How can I make, $100,000 every 6 months? So by default, you're doubling your income. How can I make $100,000 every month? By default, you're 12x the income. You get what I'm saying? Right. How can I make $100,000 in a day? Whatever the case may be is. So not necessarily try to figure out how I can make more. How can I cut the time down? And by default, you're going to make more. So when he said that, I heard him say that 2 years ago, and it stuck with me since.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because we got to crunch down this time.
Yeah, for sure. So, bro, appreciate you for being on here. One other thing, too, one last thing, because I always ask the guests, what's some of the things now that you're doing? Like I said, you got your mama crib, bro. Whatever you do after this, I don't care. Which you can literally do some Wolf of Wall Street, like some crazy stuff, and I wouldn't care because you handled your business. What's some of the things you do now for like fun? You got somebody approved, funded, $100,000. You made a $10,000 funding fee. Like, what's some of the things you like to do now?
Like now, I'm just travel guru guy right now. We was talking about it before, like just about to head St. Martin. My goal is to go ahead and check off at least like maybe 5 to 10 countries a year. Like I just want to enjoy and explore. Like I want to go ahead and be in all these different places, get all these different experiences while I still can right now. So that's what I'm doing right now.
I love that. You should, especially going into, the fall, winter time, you should hit some of them Caribbeans. And a lot of these places you can just hop around. It'd be like, I just recently came back from Turks. That was amazing. I've been to a lot of places, but like Turks is amazing. Yeah. Bahamas, you stay at Bahama Mar.
I need to go there.
Bahama Mar is another, that shit is lit. Bahama Mar is crazy hotel. It's like a whole little city within it. Turks is lit. Staying at the Waymar. St. Martin is really nice.
I heard Aruba was a good
Aruba chill, but it's real nice. Cancun, Tulum, like these places you can really Cuba.
Cuba go crazy.
Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico part of states, but all these places, but these like places you can just really bang to. Like this little heck I like to do, right? So if I know I got a free weekend, I'll look up the flights. Like you can literally go from Philly to Puerto Rico sometimes for $200, $300. Flight hotels might be $200 a night. You might spend $500. Less than $1,000 to say on a weekend. Some of y'all spend $1,000 getting hookah and doing all this stuff at the club sections and all that. So like what I'll do is if I know I got like a free week, I ain't got too much to do this weekend, I get on like an early flight Saturday and get on and come back home an early flight Monday, or get on like the late flight Sunday night and be back to work Monday morning like nothing ever happened.
In and out records for sure.
So that's I definitely suggest like squeeze that in, bro. Like don't wait for like a big thing to go ahead and do a big thing. Like these little like bro, it's times I don't even post. I go to Miami for the day. Like I literally will just leave first thing in the morning, come back Sunday night, just do a little day trip, go there and get some food and come back. This night, just do it, bro. When you look at that stuff, you realize like, damn, this flight $200, this flight $300. Now I'm not saying you're gonna get $100 flight to go to Greece,
right?
You know what I mean? But like these little like them Caribbean islands you want to go to, bro, just knock that out. Just do it. Just do it. Just treat yourself. Just do it. You had a successful month. Just go ahead and knock it out.
I got you. Yeah, I'm good.
Love. Yeah. So again, make sure you guys. What's your Instagram, bro?
Rich Then Famous. RICHH then Famous. Rich
There we
then
go.
Famous.
Make sure you follow my guy Korie, Rich Then Famous, and make sure you guys go to Approval Factory Summit.
Yep.
ApprovalFactorySummit.com. Lock it with him so you can learn how to do the exact same thing. And look, make sure you follow him, tap in with him, and then once you guys use the game, run the game, make sure you send him a DM like, yo, listen, I saw you on the Fun and Close podcast. I tried that credit CAC. My score went up 20 points. I tried that M&T Bank. I got 50,000. Like, let him know what's going on so he can keep pouring more games to y'all. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem. See y'all soon. Let's do it.